Elden Ring's DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree, is out now, and if you're like me, you've probably been busy trying to level up a new character as quickly as possible so you can partake of all that new DLC goodness. The recommended level for this DLC is around 120 to 150, but leveling up to that point could take too damn long, and I am very impatient. So here are the best ways to grind up some extra runes extra quick so you can get into that DLC lickety-split. There's a talisman that you can equip that will slightly increase the amount of runes you can earn. It's found within a pretty hard-to-reach cave in Caelid that's appropriately named the Abandoned Cave, which I somehow missed in my main playthrough of this game, so this was a new experience for me. Unfortunately, this cave kinda sucks. It's basically just one big scarlet rot swamp filled with poison-spewing mushroom men and rot-spewing flowers. The boss fight at the end is a double feature where you have to contend with two clean rot knights, which at this stage in the game was a cakewalk for me, but may be more difficult depending on what your level is. Your reward is the gold Scarab Talisman, which increases your rune acquisition by 20%, which ain't half bad. That effect also stacks with the gold pickled Foulfoot, so if you combine those two together, you're gonna be swimming in runes. Now that you've got a good talisman for rune farming, let's find some good rune farming spots. There are two locations that are generally considered to be the best spots for rune farming. The first is up in the northeastern part of Caelid at the Bestial Sanctum. The easiest way to get here is by using a teleporter located near the Third Church of Marika in Limgrave. Now outside of here will be a Black Blade Kindred, which can be a very tough fight. But fortunately, we don't need to deal with that. Simply sneak past the Black Blade Kindred and head over to the left, and you'll be in an area where there are various enemies called Vulgar Militiamen. These guys will drop 1,000 runes each, but even though they're small, they can hit pretty hard. It will swarm you if you alert a bunch of them, so sneak around and stealth kill them for some easy runes. The other popular rune farming spot is in the Mogwyn Palace region. The quickest way to get here is by advancing White Mask Veray's questline, which I covered in a video about how to get the White Mask, so check that one out for more information. But long story short, once you've advanced White Mask Veray's questline enough, he'll give you an item called the Pure Blood Knight's Medal. Use that and you'll be warped just outside of Mog's Palace. But we don't want to go there yet. Instead, we want to jump on Torrent and cross the Lake of Blood that's nearby. Keep to the right near the cliffside, or you may get smacked by the giant skeleton that just randomly appears here. Keep crossing the Lake of Blood and avoiding the skeleton's laser beams, and you should eventually find a hill that you can head up past 4 red Albinaurics, and you'll ride through a whole crowd of Albinaurics to a site of grace called the Palace Approach Ledge Road. Touch that, and then you'll just find a ton of sad-looking white Albinaurics that you could just waltz up to and backstab for some easy runes. Now, the white ones just mope around and do nothing for the most part, but the red ones will attack you, and they can do a lot of damage. So you should try to stealth kill every enemy around here, or else you're going to be in for a tough fight with the red Albinaurics. Taking these sad boys out will score you 2,044 runes for each one you kill. And if you wear the gold scarab and use a gold pickled Foulfoot, then you're gonna be swimming in runes in no time. Now those methods are good, but if you don't want to do any rune farming, there is 2 other ways you can come into more runes. The first one is simple. Put your gold summoning sign outside of boss rooms and just wait to be summoned so you can fight bosses over and over again to score some easy runes. Now obviously the more difficult or late game bosses will score more runes than other ones. So if you found that you had an easy time with a particular boss, putting your summoning sign outside there could be a pretty lucrative way to get some more runes. And then there's the other option that you've likely heard of, which is to take out Gryo The Dragon. You'll first need to reach Fort Faroth in Caelid, located here on the map, and nearby the site of grace will be a massive giant dragon. Technically, this dragon is considered a boss, but it won't attack you. Instead, it will roar, alerting the nearby dragons that you're being a jerk so they can attack you. Now, there's two ways to take out Gryo. The first one is the long and boring way, but for lower level characters might be the easier and safer way. And that's simply to just target the tail or back legs and just start whacking. This will take a while. It's maybe a little faster if you have like a bleed build, because I found that the bleed buildup helped to reduce the health bar of Gryo a little quicker. But for the most part, you'll just be sitting there for a long time, just hitting a dragon and waiting for it to die, which is kind of sad. The other way is more difficult, but probably more entertaining, and that's to take out the nearby dragons who are surrounding Gryo. These dragons will have red eyes and will basically want to kill you in the most violent way possible. However, each time you take one out, you'll damage Gryo, reducing her health bar bit by bit. If you kill about 5 of these smaller dragons, you'll have Gryo pretty much dead, aside from maybe a hit or two. I think I killed an extra dragon just to take out that last little bit. And for killing Gryo, you'll get about 60,000 runes, plus 5 dragon hearts. If you kill her the slow way, you'll actually wipe out all the dragons in the surrounding area, which will score you some extra runes. For early game characters, this can be a lucrative way to level up, as long as you can deal with the guilt of murdering a defenseless, innocent creature just so you could boost up your strength stat by, 3 or 4 levels. For more Shadow of the Erdtree news and guides, be sure to check out thegamer.com. I'm Jamie Latour, and we'll see you next time.